Hello everybody. I just want to do my first video and talk a little bit about apprenticeship wages in Canada. So in Canada, you have what's called like a journeyman, which is like any trade. Once he's fully qualified, you call him a J-man, whether that's being a scaffolder, an electrician, a heavy duty mechanic, yada yada yada. And what it is if you're like a fourth year or a third year, you make a percentage of his wage. So if you're a fourth year, you make 90%, third year 8%, and so forth to first year at 60%. So if we have a look here at an electrician, the top line, the hourly salary for an electrician would be $30.71. So I just want to compare that to how much an electrician makes in the UK. So in the UK here we have on the national website for apprentice electricians, if you're over 23 years of age, which is pretty high for an apprentice, you're making £10.42. If you're between 21 and 22, you're making £10.18. So let's have a look at that. Let's do the £10.42 one. Say we're working a 40-hour week times 52 weeks. So on average, you're going to be making £21,000, which is pretty good. Again, let's have a look at that apprenticeship in Canada. So let's say it's 30, do 40 again, and then we times it by the 52. So again, 62,400. So it's roughly around £32,000 if I was to get me to do the conversion rate. 62,000 CAD to GBP. So yeah, 33,400. So it's quite a big difference. But what I really want to show here as well is working in an industry that's in the mines, because of your overtime rates and how much you could potentially earn as an apprentice. So let's just keep that rate at $30 an hour. In the mines, especially with the rates I showed you, is with an association called CLAC. Now I'll get talking into a bit about unions, CLAC, associations a little later, because these guys all set the rates. So if you're coming in, no matter what your experience, as long as you're qualified enough up to that level, that's the rate you're going to get paid. So next, what I want to just show you is how much money you can make in a mining environment. So it's 30 hours an hour for 6.5 hours. So let's remember that 195. Then we'll have 30 hours again, and now the rest of the time is going to be times 1.5, and it's going to be like that for 5.5 hours. So add that to the 195, and then that's your day rate. Now what we'll do is we'll times that by 14. Now, because not every single month is 28 days, you have a little over month with like some months are 31, some months are 30, yada, yada, yada. It works out on average that you work 13.1 shifts, which will equate to 81,154 Canadian dollars. So let's just go back to this. What was it? 81,154 CAD to GDP. So there you have it. Your first year electrician working in the mining environment with CLAC, which is the Christian Labour Association of Canada, is looking at making £43,462 a year. Now, I am a bit of an expert when it comes to the cost of living. And the cost of living isn't that much, where you need £20,000 extra on your wage to get by in Canada. You'll be living quite comfortably with this kind of salary. It's a really great salary, and it's a really great opportunity for anybody from the UK or the EU who are really interested in making a decent salary as a first year electrician or first year tradie. And what really baffles me about this is the rates that I just showed you then. Just to show you how much behind the UK is that rate was from 2012. So in 2012, a first year apprentice in Canada was making 20,000 in the mines, which is a huge industry over there. In the mines, it was making £20,000 more a year than a fully qualified electrician in the UK, which is absolutely ridiculous. To look at the rates for 2025, a first year electrician, again, this time we're on the bottom line of the first column, and that's $38 an hour. Oh, there you go, that's very fancy. Bringing it up to £28 an hour. So with that, you'd be looking at making over $120,000 a year as a first year apprentice electrician. I think that'd probably be £80,000 a year. So definitely look at exploring other opportunities to get abroad. If you'd like to inquire or have some more feedback like this, or be given a bit of an insight into how you can be earning high wages like this, well, please reach out and DM me.